makes possible. But honestly, it could have happened before, right? It could have been that you couldn't access the system as a police officer unless you could enter a case number, as opposed to just being allowed to rummage around in the footage the way you did, right? And if someone makes repeated requests in the middle of the night, that's the kind of pattern that even a human could have picked up. So it may very well be that AI will make that kind of enforcement easier. But, this company was founded in 2017, or, 9 years into its tenure. These are some pretty common sense measures that critics are saying probably should have been put into place before this.
Yeah. Jacob, meanwhile, we are seeing people in communities where FLoC is being implemented rebelling, whether it be at city council meetings or in some more rare cases, people going out and physically blocking the cameras. We've seen data center backlash be successful in these settings. Can FLoC protest influence community leaders too? Has it?
I mean, certainly we've seen, a big pushback against this technology, right? 23 states have seen local councils, push back and ban the technology. But what it really is doing here, right, is bringing out this sort of tension that I think we are in the midst of right now, just in the modern world, when it comes to whether this technology is something we want to be comfortable with, considering that it really can, in theory, pinpoint who did what at a certain time. I spent a few months ago, I did a reporting trip to Rio de Janeiro, and Brazil has bought, as have many, many countries around the world, a Chinese version of this technology that is even more invasive a piece of surveillance. And in Brazil, it is in fact credited with a lessening of violent crime there. But at the same time, you had police officers there putting a lot of the most sensational footage onto YouTube and monetizing it, actually trying to make money off it themselves. So the thing to just remember is that this technology is whether it's being misused by these officers or is being used legitimately, is being used in the same way. The technology makes the same stuff possible. And so, I think that all of us are coming to grips with this question of safety versus privacy in a country, right, the United States, that doesn't have any federal data privacy laws. And so I think this kind of, groundswell, this grassroots movement that you're seeing is the democratic response in a country that hasn't imposed any rules from on high on this industry.
Yeah, seemingly a little bit behind where the UK and other places are, and now we're having to answer these questions as well. Jacob Ward, thank you very much for joining us and lending us your expertise.
Thanks, Brian.
According to data reviewed by CNN, U.S. immigration agents detained more than 46,000 people in July, setting a new high under the second Trump administration. Videos showing agents' use of aggressive tactics are raising even more questions. In a warning, this report does contain disturbing images.
You need to stop following us.
A tense exchange between ICE agents and a woman in Virginia.
You almost ran us over.
I didn't almost
You almost ran us over.
You're
Stop
so
playing.
Full of
Stop playing.
You are full of
The Department of Homeland Security now describes her as an anti-ICE agitator they accuse of trying to weaponize her car against their agents. But the woman in question, Carolina Molina, says her dashcam video shows what really happened. The incident took place on Monday. That's when Molina says she saw agents handcuff two Latino men and escort them to an unmarked car. She rolled down her window and shouted insults at the officers.
You're a hoe. Stop.
Molina says she turned around and tried to drive away. And that's when she says ICE agents blocked her in with their cars and an agent drew his weapon. Part of that confrontation captured on her dashcam.
I want to arrest you. Keep it up.
I'm a legal citizen.
The Department of Homeland Security giving a much different account of what happened, saying in part, while ICE was conducting targeted immigration enforcement in Falls Church, Virginia, anti-ICE agitator began to drive her car in circles around our ICE officers and then attempted to harm officers by weaponizing her vehicle against them, all in an attempt to help illegal aliens get away. Fearing for their safety, ICE officers conducted a vehicle stop of the driver.
I want to hear this story because this is exactly one of the scenarios they train the officers to address.
Ryan Schwenk spent 4 years working at ICE as an assistant chief counsel.
We trained them in what we call broken vehicle stops on how to deal with agitators or individuals who show up and yell insults or slurs at the officers. What we taught them when I was there is those people have every right to do this. These officers were agitated and upset, and they took it out on this individual.
This latest incident coming in the wake of other controversial ICE encounters, some of them deadly. Last month, ICE agents accused a man of weaponizing his vehicle during a targeted traffic stop in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Surveillance video obtained by WGAL showed officers had boxed in the SUV. The agent fired a shot as the vehicle drove away. Law enforcement experts criticized how ICE responded. The incident occurred just days before an ICE agent fatally shot a 52-year-old during a car stop in Houston. Less than a week later, another ICE agent killed a 25-year-old man during a vehicle stop in Maine. Neither of those victims was the intended target of ICE operations. In a report released last month, the ACLU reviewed more than 1,200 incidents of immigration enforcement in 2025 across 8 states, identifying 432 incidents involving misconduct by agents, 418 incidents with physical push, shove, tackle, or pin, 128 involved threatened force, including brandishing weapons, 82 involved agents using their cars, such as boxing in or hitting other people's cars. Adding to concerns over ICE tactics comes word ICE has approved a plan to spend millions on electric shock gloves.
It's another device to help someone be compliant or not. You just can't go from 0 to 100, right? And first thing you go for is lethal force.
Critics worry devices will be misused. Jason Carroll, CNN News.
Astronomers say they've made a discovery that could reveal more about one of our universe's greatest mysteries. It's a barely visible trail of stars located in a galaxy roughly 115 million light years from Earth. Now, scientists say as the cluster loses stars, the remnants form a long, narrow string. Astronomers have found dozens of stellar strings within the Milky Way, but this is the first string detected outside of our galaxy. I'm Brian Abel for international viewers. We'll explore this next for our viewers in North America. I'll be right back.
The whole story with Anderson Cooper. This week, Isabel Young looks at the growing interest in performance-enhancing drugs.
Everyone has the opportunity to have
The whole story with Anderson Cooper. Sunday at 8 on